Hey guys, your girl SeekretD with Friday strawberry letter response. So, excuse me. This lady writes in. She said she's been married to a drunk for 9 years. She said that he can't hold his alcohol, and it got really bad one time where he ended up leaving for a couple of days, and he went to his brother's house. She said that he avoided her calls, so she had to call his brother, to make sure that he was okay. She said that he also wasn't going to work, so she called his job and made some excuse for him, and yada yada yada. He came back home. When he came back home, he decided he was going to get right, and he was only going to drink on special occasions. And she said that she was able to keep him to a 4-drink maximum. She said that it was going okay, but it only lasted for a year. Now, she said he's a functional alcoholic. He can go to work. He can go to his sports events for his son. She said they go on outings together, and it's good. She said he's fine, except that she has to deal with his mood swings, his funky attitude, and all of this good stuff because he's an alcoholic. So she said recently she went to a party with her husband. He had too much to drink. She said that they're on the dance floor and he starts being nasty. She said he's grinding on her, kissing on her breasts and stuff like that. She said she was so uncomfortable and embarrassed that she went and sat down. She said her husband then starts ranting and raving about how his own wife doesn't even like him. And she said she got upset and she went with one of her friends and she left. She said that one of his friends said he would bring him home later. She said she went home, expected him to be home later, and he never came home. So she said that some time went by and she called his job. He had been going to work, so she knew he was alive. And she said that his friends told her to stop looking for him and to give him some more time. She said that pissed her off because she knew that he was alive and well and is just choosing not to come home. And he's somewhere where he has clothes, he's getting food and all this good stuff, but he hasn't checked in with his wife. He turns up after 2 weeks with no explanation. So she wants to know if she's crazy for staying with him after all this went down. Yes, you are, because hell no, okay? Hell no. First of all, he's a raging alcoholic. He has nothing to offer you as a husband. This whole letter just shows his relationship with alcohol, and the only things he seems to try to make time for, or to try to complete, are work and sports events with the kid. It seems like everything else, including your relationship, has gone to shit. So I don't really see why you want to be with this man. I get it. It's 9 years, and I feel like the longer y'all stay in these relationships, the harder it is to leave. Now, I feel like it is the truth. So people always feel like, oh, we've been married for this long, and they always feel like somebody should have some type of redeeming qualities. But this man has none. He literally up and left you for 2 weeks. No call, no text, no nothing. Didn't check up on your child. Didn't see where you were. He's just living his best life because he's going to work. Obviously, he has clothes. He's functioning. He probably got a little girlfriend on the side that is okay with him acting dumb and doing all these things. But I'm sorry, I feel like this relationship is over. Yes, you were dumb if you stay. The end. There's nothing like that. Because also, too, what are you showing your child? Like, this is what your son is learning from his father. That he can be an alcoholic and go to work and go to sports events and da-da-da-da. You think that baby don't know that your husband is a drunk? Of course he does. You don't think he noticed that his father's gone for weeks at a time? Of course he does. So this is also something that you need to consider, is that this is what you're teaching your son. Your son is going to grow up to be a man, and this is the example that he's setting. For one, as a man, how to act, and as a woman, what you're accepting and how he should act towards a woman. So I felt like you should go. I'm sorry, there's nothing unless he goes into like a rehab and gets serious, because obviously that, oh, I'm gonna get clean shit on your own is not working. So he needs to go into like a legitimate rehab facility or program. Otherwise, I don't see any point. Y'all can let me know how y'all feel about it, but that's how I feel.